Hey guys, your girl Nikki here, and I'm going to do another reaction video to Deadline White House with Nicole Wallace. But really, my reaction is going to be to Michelle and Barack giving their speeches today at the Obama Center in Chicago. Um, so yeah, it's mostly about them. I did watch both their speeches, the whole thing, and I highly recommend that you watch them if you haven't. Just to listen to people speak intelligently and with empathy and kindness. Do yourself a favor and watch it because it'll lift your spirits. I promise you that.
It's 4 o'clock in the East. Today was a good day, a time capsule, if you will, a reminder of the kind of dignity and excellence, and most of all, hope that the American presidency and the American president used to embody to the country and, frankly, the rest of the world. As former President Barack Obama, former First Lady Michelle Obama, all living former presidents with one notable exception, and too many celebrities to count, it looked like the Oscars, gathered to honor the opening of the Obama Presidential Center Museum in Chicago. The center will act now as a museum, an education and community center. It's a reflection of former President Obama's start as a community organizer, which, as one speaker said, is intended to serve as a, quote, hotbed of hope. The event featured musical performances from Jennifer Hudson and Bono and Bruce Springsteen and The Roots and Eddie Vedder and John Legend and Common. Legend and Common performed the song Glory from the 2014 movie Selma, a reference, of course, to President Obama's now legendary speech, the one he delivered on the 50th anniversary of the March on Selma, and a nod to the civil rights heroes who paved the way for the first Black president in our country. It's a milestone that former First Lady Michelle Obama referenced in her very powerful, touching tribute to her husband. Watch some of that.
To do it all as a first, and the higher standard that comes with all that. The claims that a U.S. senator and constitutional law expert wasn't qualified for the job. The lies about your birthright, your faith, your patriotism, the outrage when you stated the biological fact that if you'd had a son, that he too would be Black. Yet, you were unflappable at every turn, always focused, always calm, always looking at the long view. How absurd it is to even imagine that you might have buckled under the pressure even once, lashed out in frustration, lost your temper. How absurd it is to imagine that you might have done anything but make our family and this entire country proud. No, you were too busy.
I'm verklempt, y'all. I'm verklempt.
I'm not done, y'all. Not done. So much to say. You were doing the people's work, rescuing our economy, expanding health care, ending a war, ordering the Bin Laden raid, saving an auto industry, winning a peace prize.
Pay attention to Hillary.
Keeping us safe from Ebola, regulating the...
Yo, my husband and I, when we watched the whole speech, we rewound this part like at least 10 times because when Hillary cracked up laughing and then, Barack got in on it with her, cracking up laughing with her and everything. I mean, first of all, epic burn by Michelle. She doesn't even have to say Orange Hitler's name. We all know who she's talking about. He knows who she's talking about as well. But Hillary dying, laughing like that. Mwah, friend, chef's kiss. Am I right? I mean, I am not a fan of Hillary or Bill, but seriously, her cracking up laughing like that with that big cackle she has, loved it. But you know who else is going to rewind this over and over and over? You guessed it, Orange Hitler. And he's going to rewind this over and over and over. And he's going to get madder and madder and madder every time he rewinds it. And I don't know why, but that makes me feel good. And it should make you feel good too, because it's hilarious. Anyway, here we go.
Banks, standing up for marriage equality, listening to science, and comforting an entire nation in the face of unspeakable tragedies. And you did it all with such grace and class and cool that you made the hardest job in the world look like a walk in this beautiful park.
Michelle Obama also reminded us that during this era, where the people in power are trying to take us backwards, despair is not an option.
Hope is the essential spark that lights the fire of change. But hope is a choice. Voting is a choice. Being a decent human being is a choice. Believing that we still hold the power to build a country that reflects us all is a choice. The Obama Presidential Center is a living testament to the power of choice, y'all. The historic example that millions of you gave the world about what this imperfect democracy has strived for and achieved. And an urgent call to go out there and do it again.
Y'all, I'm choked up. I'm verklempt. I was verklempt when I watched it earlier as well. I think I even shed a couple tears. And I would vote for this woman 100 times over. I would. I would vote for her 100 times over. I want her to be my mom. I know she's only 8 years older than me, but she's America's mom as far as I'm concerned. She speaks so plainly, so straightforwardly, but she's so strong and intelligent and stern, but also compassionate and empathetic, and just she's just a kind, good person. Think whatever you want about his presidency. She is a separate human being and a separate person from him. And I don't know, this she glows as far as I'm concerned. I love Michelle Obama, and she is America's mom. And it really breaks my heart that she doesn't want to run for president, because she would be a magnificent president. She would be one of our best, if not the best, of our presidents. So it's just so nice sitting here listening to somebody speak to us like we're human beings, treat us like we're human beings, recognize us as human beings. And the humility, it, it just is a reminder of what we could and should have. And please, we have to make this happen. We have to get away from this depravity and this cult of personality that's just hurting people. It's hurting everyone, even the people who support this orange ogre. Even they are being hurt by this, and they're so indoctrinated that they don't even see it like that. But we know they are. And you can say this is what they voted for and they deserve it. And honestly, I don't think anybody actually voted for this. And that's why nobody likes it, because this isn't what they voted for. Anyway, let's move forward.
Now, that was a point echoed by her husband, the former President of the United States, Barack Obama, as he paid tribute to what makes us all Americans.
The shared values that make democracy possible. a belief in the intrinsic dignity and worth of all people, and that no one is above the law or beneath its protection. A belief in checks and balances in our government and an accountability that comes with it, an independent judiciary, and a robust free press. A belief that our military and law enforcement owe allegiance not to any president or political party, but to the people and our Constitution. A belief in the peaceful transfer of power after the people have spoken in fair and free elections. These are the values and traditions I believe in. And they are not Republican or Democratic values. They're American values we can all share, regardless of party. Values every president here today, as different as we are, has tried our best to uphold. Values that John McCain and Mitt Romney believed in, no less than I did. It is our greatest inheritance, the story of America at its best, because it reflects a basic faith in the decency of our fellow citizens.
That message of hope and dedication to democracy during what feels like one of America's darkest chapters is where we begin today with some of our favorite experts and friends. Executive Director.
Guys, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go back to normality. I'm ready to go back to a kinder, gentler America. And they always push hope. That's what the Obamas do. I mean, his book is literally called The Audacity of Hope, right? I mean, hope is their brand, and I love it because somebody needs to be offering hope right now, and they did a good job at that. They did a good job at offering up hope, and they both are right when they say, if hope dies in you, there is only emptiness that follows, and nothing will change. So you must keep that hope alive because it is the spark to change. Hope keeps you fighting. Hope, ironically enough, keeps you angry. So you want to get out there and fight. Hope keeps your eyes open. Hope makes you want to help people, protect people, do what's right. That's what hope does. So that's why we must keep hope alive. And we must never, ever allow ourselves to be pushed down so far that we can't get back up. So don't let the bastards grind you down. Keep hope alive. Keep that spark, because that's what wins. That's what snuffs out this fascist Nazi regime. And we're going to do it. I know we are. I can feel it. There's something happening, and I can feel it. And I think you can feel it too. And now I think you should go watch both of their speeches so you can feel uplifted and feel hopeful and feel motivated and feel inspired. Because I know I do after watching that. I feel a lot better after watching their speeches. So go do it. Do it for yourself. I promise you, you'll feel better. Nikki, signing off.